Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, whatever you don't celebrate, Happy Holidays, and I wish you all a wonderful New Year. I figured this would be the best time for me to put out an update since I've been feeling all sorts of emotions. Um, as I have said before on my Twitch and probably on a few other platforms, I am planning on taking a 2 week break during the first 2 weeks of January. However, I think I'm going to essentially extend that break into next week. I will stream on Tuesday. That'll be my final stream of the year. And it will be Toontown once again. Big shout out to the Toontown community. I didn't realize that it had such a strong following on Twitch. I've decided not to stream today, and I didn't stream on Christmas Eve, and I won't be streaming on New Year's Eve. It's just kind of like how things lined up, and while I still plan on streaming on Tuesday, I will be taking a 2 week break from streaming entirely, as well as working on videos. And I just kind of want to take those 2 weeks to sort of plan out my future. And I've been unemployed since May, and while my cost of living has been very low, and I've been on unemployment for a good while, I'm really trying to take a moment to figure out where I want to be next year. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the virus and everything? It's so hard to predict. I know that the vaccines are coming out, but I do want to have a better control over my life. And I would like to take the time to share the different New Year's resolutions that I was working on this year. I had 5 of them. The first one was the 200-day French challenge, which I previously made a video on, and was just to practice a little bit of French for 200 separate days, and I did that. And even though some of it was just a quick Duolingo session, it was still good practice, and I've learned a lot, and I learned that I have a long way to go if I want to develop my French speaking skills or any other language skills. There's a lot more to it than just, memorizing vocabulary. There's working on pronunciation. There's key listening skills and trying to decipher what other people are saying. It's very challenging. And that's something I definitely want to carry into the new year and try to figure out how I can work on better. The second of my challenges was a 100-day drawing challenge. You might have seen some of my drawings that I threw up on Twitter. Those were really fun. It gave me an opportunity to explore a little bit, and while a lot of it was just kind of like eye tracing and kind of mimicking what I was seeing on screen, it was more so to get into the habit of drawing on a regular basis, and I think I've drawn this year more than any other year. So in that sense, I'm really proud of it. I've learned quite a few things about drawing as well. And I'm fairly happy with my progress, even though it's slight and it doesn't feel like I've improved very much, but I have a much better understanding of what makes a good drawing than I previously did. So I'm fairly happy with my progress there. My third New Year's resolution I did not complete. It was to make 5 quality videos. Now, quality is subjective. You could argue that I have made quality videos, more than 5 of them. But there were only 3 videos that I truly felt really proud of. And that's not to say that the other videos were trash. No, they were decent, but I don't think they were the quality that I was quite expecting for. I was thinking like all-out quality. The 3 videos that I was super proud of were the solving the Mr. Beast riddle video, the reacting to 100 Ikamboka memes, and the I wore a VTuber cosplay video. I was really proud of those 3 videos and how they worked out. And those are the kind of videos that I'd like to try to continue in the future on the channel. Originally, I was going to take the 100, reacting to 100 short meme videos idea and kind of transfer it over to the PogChamp meme, but it did not, I wasn't necessarily proud of the recording session. I didn't feel good about it. And I kind of kept putting it off because of the time of the year and things got busy, and I didn't feel like doing it. So I don't know. I don't know if that video is actually going to go up. I've got it recorded. I've got it saved. What's very nice is that I bought myself a nice external hard drive, which stores a lot of space, so I could actually free up a bunch of space on my PC, and that was definitely holding me back. But yeah, like those were the only 3 videos that I felt super proud of, and while the frequency of posting regular videos and inspiration took place, I think once it started getting colder, once seasonal depression started kicking in a little bit, things started getting more challenging, and obviously there were some of these videos that did very poor with viewership. In fact, 2 of them I would say did not meet my expectations. I thought they were going to perform a lot better, but I guess regardless of putting out good videos, sometimes you need a little bit of luck. Sometimes you need excuse me. Sometimes you need better branding. And sometimes videos can also not do well initially, but then catch on later. In particular, I'm looking at the workout tier list video that I made, and it absolutely flopped in the first couple of weeks, but now it's been picking up a little bit of steam and actually crossed the 100 view threshold, which I'm happy about. And it seems like other people are finding the video and working on it. So just because a video doesn't do well initially doesn't mean that it can't perform well later. It's just a matter of chance sometimes, it feels like. I know that there's a little bit more in detail than that, but that's as far as I'll go for that. The 4th of my New Year's resolutions was an absolute flop. And I think this is partially due to blame with the fact that I ended up getting laid off with the coronavirus and everything. It was to take back my mornings, believe it or not, and that could not have gotten any worse. I have been staying awake to very late hours and waking up very late, so my mornings are absent, and I did not take them back. I'm not a morning person. I'm not eager to wake up unless there's something that I really need to do. So with that just was a total flop. And then the 5th New Year's resolution, I'm not going to get into detail too much, but it was to spend $100 or less on something that I labeled as what. And I spent more than $100 on that what. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to get into any greater detail than that. But I think that I might change the structure of my New Year's resolutions for next year. I've been thinking about this for a little bit, but I kind of want to try to do quarterly resolutions, where instead of focusing and putting all the pressure on the new year and giving myself so much time to have this arbitrary deadline that puts too much pressure on me and too much stress on me at the end of the year. And I think, maybe there's a reason why like businesses operate on a quarterly basis when they're tracking their financials. And maybe I can take that same approach when it comes to addressing my New Year's resolutions. So I'm really, really considering like planning things out for each quarter of the year. So like, what do I want to accomplish by March? What do I want to accomplish by June, by September, by December? Those are the things that I'm really going to be thinking about next year. And I think the change in plan might work because I do have like a pretty good system with New Year's resolutions. You want your goal to be specific. You want it to be measurable. You want it to be something that is achievable and a little ambitious, but not too ambitious to the point that it's intimidating. You want to be able to make noticeable progress. And in some cases, I succeeded and kind of blew it out of the water. I mean, the French challenge, I finished very quickly. Like almost after 200 straight days in the year. So I think this is a great opportunity for me to take advantage of what I've previously done and sort of transform it to help better my life in the future. So I will be taking up the opportunity to really evaluate what I want to get done this year. And I mean, I really need to take a serious look at my life and where I want to be in the future. And I think I should start now. Even before the whole January thing comes up. This might be the last video that you see me upload to this channel this year. And then, I'll bring it back next year, but under new circumstances. And don't be surprised if my stream schedule changes again. I'm sure things will keep changing as I'm unemployed, but once I land my next job, then you might see a little bit more consistency. And I'm just really trying to evaluate everything that's going on in my life, and I'm trying to make everything better. I have a pretty comfortable living condition, and in some ways I'm extremely privileged, and I want to make the most of that. I want to make sure that I take advantage of every opportunity that's given to me. So I want to thank you for being so supportive and watching my videos and just being there for me in every shape and form. It really does mean the world to me. And there's a lot that I want to do next year, and I'm going to try my best to take the time to really evaluate what's truly important in my life. And I look forward to kind of taking you along with me on this new chapter of my life. So, thank you very much. I appreciate the patience. And let's go tackle 2021 together.